Our next guest is a commercial photographer that's worked with musicians like the Eagles, Aretha Franklin, and Linda Ronstadt. Now David Alexander is out with a new book that's a beautiful collection of his photographs and a reveal how all living things share a connection, some even hidden in plain sight. David joins me now. Welcome to New Day.
Well, thank you, Amity. It's good to be here.
I am so glad to have you. I have to fangirl for a minute. So
Go for
I'm
it.
a Southern California born and raised. The California sound is within me. You took the cover of Hotel California.
I did.
For the Eagles.
I did.
Oh my gosh, can you please just tell me what that afternoon was like?
Well, it was rushed because the sun was setting. I was on a cherry picker 60 feet above the ground across the street from the Beverly Hills Hotel. It was rush hour. There were a lot of...
So you were like on Sunset Boulevard on a cherry picker?
Across the street from the hotel on a cherry picker. You know what the traffic's like.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And, but I was up there 60 feet in the air, sun was setting, and I had to work fast.
So iconic. I mean, I know people who have that tattooed on them.
No.
I swear I have a friend. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you.
No, I'd love to see it.
I have to say, you have had such a long and successful career doing what you do. Who else did you photograph? And did you have full creative control while you were doing it? Or was someone in the music industry like always in your ear?
It was always different. Each job was different. As I work with art directors, sometimes it'd be the managers. One great story is when we photographed James Taylor. He walked in the studio by himself with some clothes over his shoulder, and he sat down in a chair, and the art director, John Kosh, was there, and I was there. Three of us sat in the middle of the studio, and James said, "You know, there's an idea I always wanted to do for an album cover." And he told us, and we said, "Great," and that was the cover picture of the JT album cover.
Oh my gosh.
And then he said, "You know, there's another idea I always wanted to do for an album cover." And again, that was great. So in that sense, in that experience, it was the ideas came from James.
Wow.
But we all worked together and developed them together.
So cool.
Yeah, it was really fun.
All right, I have to ask you. Your new book, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's absolutely stunning. Talk about the inspiration for the project that evolved into your debut book.
Well, you know, when I photographed people, celebrities a lot, I started seeing qualities in life, qualities in people that were beyond what I could photograph to sell a record or to sell a movie.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a deeper view of life. And I knew that my journey in photography had to go on beyond entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's what this book is. This book is my story about how to look at life and see it a little deeper than I think we normally do.
Yeah. It really is beautiful when we're looking at the images here. I mean, it's kind of
good one.
The person, humanity reflecting nature. Sometimes it's nature and nature. I love how the photos are juxtaposed together.
Well, thank you. Thank you. That's the story. The story is the spreads in the book take you into these experiences where you see connections among living things and similarities that you might not otherwise see. Those pictures are, sexuality really that you see in trees. Yeah.
There was a lot of that too in the flowers the sexuality of the flowers and you didn't even need a human counterpart to tell the passion and the beauty.
Right.
And then I love that you even have a section in the end about decay, death, and dying, which is, I think, so key for all of us in life. I do want to ask, I don't know if we can back there, we didn't get to look at some of the pictures when you were talking about your commercial work, but hopefully, I don't know if we can do that now. Okay, 9 to 5?
9 to 5.
Okay, and he just passed, the Blues Brothers.
Yep.
I mean,
yep.
Where did you take that picture?
That was, can we go back to that?
I know we can't, but we can, it's okay.
So that was backstage. The John and Danny did their show at the Universal Amphitheater.
Yeah.
And their trailer, what they had where they got ready for the show, was backstage, and we lit it to look like an old building that would be out in the forest somewhere. And as soon as they came off the stage, had their road crew bring them backstage. Oh, those are great.
That was genius.
And,
What can you?
and their energy, they were in character.
Yeah.
Their energy was up, and we did that 4 nights in a row. Just had them. Soon as they got off stage, so you can see they're sweating.
Yeah.
John particularly is sweating. Their energy's up there in character.
Yeah.
And it was real easy to photograph them.
Okay, I can't even with your stories. I mean, even looking at that Skinner album with all the pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah.
But me and my friend are going to see Bonnie Raitt come October. We can't wait.
Fantastic.
I am.
She's incredible.
Is she an incredible person to work
Incredible.
with?
She was as down to earth and fun to be with as you could imagine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so are you. I swear, I think I can speak for everybody out there. We wish you could just stay and we'll talk to you for the rest of the show because your stories are wonderful. Your art is beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I really
Anytime you are
appreciate it.
welcome back, please.
Well, thank you.